What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm probably going to be doing the single dumbest thing that I've done on the channel thus far. What it's going to involve is just a reel, 2 eyes off of a broken rod, and some duct tape. What it is, I saw a video on TikTok a while back. It was over in some Asian country. I'm not exactly sure where it was. It was just a dude taping a couple eyes to his fingers and taping a reel to his hand, catching a little small fish out of a little creek or something. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this thing all rigged up on my hand, and what my goal is to see how big of a bass I can catch. We've only got about an hour before dark, before the lake actually closes for the day. So we're gonna give ourselves 1 hour to see if we can catch a bass first of all, and then to see just how big of a bass we can catch. But if you are enjoying the content that I've been putting out, make sure to smash that like button. Also, if you'd please consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already, that would be greatly appreciated. But y'all stay tuned, let's see how it turns out. We're gonna start with our putting our eyes on here. I'm gonna put 2 fingers together. I'm actually gonna leave this section of rod connected to the eyes. And I'm gonna connect it right there between those 2 fingers, just like that. I'm kind of skeptical of only having an eyes connected to 1 finger and getting a big old bass on there and get my finger ripped off. I mean, obviously I know they're not literally gonna rip my finger off, but I figure I just want just a little more support there. And now for the reel, this may be a little bit more tricky. Our backup plan for the reel, the duct tape's not working too hot for this front little mount on it. So I'm actually gonna try a zip tie, see how that works out. Get the reel up underneath it. Get our duct tape back here on the back one. There's our finished product, guys. It ain't the prettiest, I ain't gonna say that it's gonna work. We're gonna give it a shot and see what happens. I'll tell you what another neat little trick is, that's trying to tie a lure once you got it all rigged up on your hand. Everything about this is gonna be interesting. All right, now for what it's worth, we are fully rigged and ready to go. Let's see if we can get something on here. All right, now even though I am doing something bizarre and unfamiliar, I have resorted to one familiar thing, and that's the wacky rig. I mean, anytime that I'm needing a fish, I'm needing to get a fish, I'm needing something to up my confidence, I'm throwing a wacky rig on there. So that's the one thing that's gonna feel familiar about this. Everything else, I don't know how it's gonna feel. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make a cast. I don't know how I'm gonna set the hook. I don't know how a fish on the end of my finger is gonna feel. But we're fixing to try and find out. I hope we can get one for y'all. Let's see what happens. Cast number 1 with our 3.5 inch heavy action rod. That is not gonna work. We're gonna have to improve on our casting distance if we're hoping to get a fish. And we made about a 12-foot cast. Now check it out. Oh no. I would get hung on my very first cast doing this. There it goes. Luckily we got out because that was about to suck. I think I probably got about a 0.1% chance of catching a fish. Because from what I've seen, casting distance I'm gonna be able to get doing this, I just don't think it's gonna do it. There's gonna have to be a fish sitting right at the edge of the bank waiting on me for me to catch him. No. That's unmatched sensitivity right there, guys. Unmatched sensitivity. You can get that wiggle just right on that worm. Guys, do any of y'all ever do things where you just stop and wonder, how exactly did I get to this point in my life? How did I wind up out here standing on a daggone bank of a lake with a reel and some eyes taped to my hand, trying to catch fish on my finger? I really worry about myself sometimes. I'm sure my kids do too. I'm sure they wonder, what is wrong with our daddy?
Yes.
You do?
Yes. It's gonna take some years.
Oh, backlash. Backlash. All right, guys, if I can't catch one here in the next couple minutes, I think I'm gonna come back out here tomorrow, or actually not tomorrow because the lake's actually closed, but the next day the lake is open with live bait. We're kind of handicapped already with using this, so the live bait will kind of balance out that handicap, I think, with the limited casting distance that we have. Maybe it'll help us actually manage to get a fish this way. Yeah, if we don't get one here in the next little bit like this, I think that's what we're gonna try. Try to work it a little more aggressively. All right, guys, so that was a real uneventful hour, but we'll see y'all here in a minute with some live bait. All right, guys, we're back here for day number 2, only this time We've got some big old juicy shiners to maximize our chances of success. Now, I just know today with these things, we're gonna wind up getting smoked. We're gonna find out whether or not my finger's gonna get ripped off or not. Let's see what happens. The best method for casting this thing is just get about that much line, let out, grab it with your hand, and just take it and wind up. Just chunk it out there. That's the way we get the most distance on the cast with it. Now let's hang tight now and see what happens. Oh, I'm getting nervous. I saw the line run just then, but I don't know if that was my minnow or not. Oh, the suspense is freaking killing me, dude. These folks driving by, they think I'm crazy. They give me some funny looks. The way that woman that just drove by was looking, I think she was legitimately worried about my mental health. I ain't gonna lie, it's taking a lot longer than what I anticipated with the live bait. I mean, I figured it was gonna be lights out with this stuff. I figured within a minute of having the first shiner hit the water, we'd have one on. But you never know, that's why they call it fishing. There one is, guys. Heck yeah. I have one on the daggum finger reel. He ain't no monster, but that's probably a good thing, all things considered. That wasn't that bad of a fight. I think I'd handle a big one like this, Savannah. That wasn't too bad. Well, I expected that right there to be a whole lot worse than what it was. This dang thing, he been on Weight Watchers or something, though. Look at him. Got that little joker on the little hand reel finally. Took us all day the other day, didn't catch one. And pretty much basically the whole hour that we've had out here this evening, it's taken to finally get this son of a gun on there. Whew, I mean, he may not be the biggest one, but that's a good payoff for the hard work, guys. Good payoff. We have successfully completed the daggum TikTok reel on the hand challenge. Now we're gonna let this bad boy go. I'm super proud of that one. That was way more difficult than it should have been, I think. Right here, baby. Releasing. Bethany wants to turn him loose, so we're gonna let her. Don't throw him on the rocks, though. Good job.
I can catch my back with my hands. It with my own hands.
That one right there was literally almost at the closing bell. I mean, because we got 5-10 minutes tops before the lake closes for the day. So I caught that one right at the wire. We're gonna get us another minnow out here right quick. I mean, at this point, we've successfully completed the challenge. We're gonna try to get us another one. Try to get us another one right here before it's all over with. I hope, guys, we just had a bite, just had one destroy it. I've got a backlash that I'm trying to get out. The one just freaking annihilated that shiner. Gotta get the backlash out more, and hopefully he's still on there by the time I get that done. Now I got the backlash out. Hopefully he's still on there. I think he is. Oh yeah, he is. Fish. Oh man, he broke us. We had fish number 2, guys, on the daggum hand reel, and he just broke us. I sat there and picked that backlash out, and as soon as I started reeling my daggum slack back up, that joker took off and freaking snapped my line. I didn't have my daggum drag set, which that was pretty stupid anyway with what I was doing, not having my drag set. It was like I was trying to get my daggum finger ripped off or something. She ain't part of my challenge, but Savannah's hooked up. She caught her new PB a while ago. She actually had a daggum 4.5 pounder. That one ain't gonna be close to the PB, but it's another fish anyway. All right, guys, that's gonna be a wrap for this one. I mean, there were dark times during that challenge. I didn't know if I was gonna make it through. Thought some people might try to throw me in an asylum too, just by the way they were looking at me. But we did manage to pull it out right there at the last minute. I'm glad to get that one out of the way and get it over with. If y'all would like to see me pull somebody like EE Fishing or somebody onto the channel and do a 1v1 with that challenge, drop me a like right now. I mean, I was kind of hoping that challenge would be more successful than that. I was hoping I would have got something yesterday on the artificial bait. I was hoping that the live bait would have did a lot better than what it did. But managing that one fish, we were able to get the challenge completed. But thank you guys for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed it. We'll see y'all next time.